What's going on, guys? Good morning. It is Tuesday morning, my Sunday, technically, March 12th, 2019. Welcome to episode 127 of the Game Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Brimstone, aka Andrew. If you want to call me so, it doesn't matter. That lovely piece of art was brought to you by XP38. And right now, it looks like he's having a sale on all of his records for $17. You're going to get 43 releases. That is a lot of music, by the way. I'd say go check out his Bandcamp. Pretty cool stuff. His YouTube channel is the actual starting screen of this podcast. I suggest you guys go check him out. He's a great composer, loves making music. He's starting to perform live in his local area finally. He's really getting up there, and I think it's something that he really needs to do to grow as an artist. So please go check the rest of his music out. We're going to be covering some topics, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be covering some gaming topics that I find to be interesting and hopefully interesting to you as well. So let's go ahead and get on with the first topic, shall we? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Anthem again. Anthem is the game that I've truly liked and enjoyed playing, even though I haven't played a lot of it. I haven't played through the entire campaign yet. I haven't done all of the game's content because simply I do not have the time to. I've been working a lot throughout the week, and I'm usually too tired to get on and game with all my friends like I used to, because lately it has been super busy. Like, holy crap. I don't know what is up lately, but it is like the economy is booming back up again because there's a lot of people gambling these days, and they are keeping my fat ass busy. So yes, Anthem. Let's talk about Anthem. It's had a really controversial and a very splitting effect on the gaming community. Now, overall, it seems like Anthem, on one side of it, is doing okay, while the other side of it, everybody hates it. And I don't hate the game. I don't even necessarily have issues with it, mainly because, like I said, I haven't played all the way through it. I haven't experienced all of the issues except for maybe one of the issues, and that was the infinite loading screen and the, what was it? Oh, yes, the bug where if someone leaves in the middle of the quest objective, it won't let you finish the entire quest out. And that has only happened once each. So I guess that's not too bad, but I'm to understand that other people are going through extreme problems in this game, and that's really unfortunate. I actually, I would say this is probably one of my favorite games, even though I don't get to play it as much. But it's still, to me, a great game, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have its flaws. I want Anthem to do better. I want the developers to do better. Man, only if English words could come out of my freaking mouth. It's been a while since I've done this, you guys. It's been a while. I wanted to do another one. It seemed like the last one I did that was solo did pretty well for itself. And I kind of wanted to come back and try this again today. I'm thinking about doing an episode on every one of my Sundays about this time in the morning. I would say between 4 and 4:30, give or take. So let me know in the comments below if you think that would be a great idea. But yes, Anthem, man. Like, this game isn't as terrible as what other people are saying it is, but it's not as good as what other people are saying it is either. I would say there are kernels of truth between both sides, and I'm not just trying to say that to be the guy that's in the middle. I'm just I'm speaking from personal experience. There are kernels of truth in both sides. There are problems with the game. There are issues with the loot. There are issues with loading screens. There are issues with quests not being able to be completed with people leaving in the middle of it, especially if they're the ones that actually made the server. Or should I say their server host. There are issues in this particular game, and it's unfortunate because this is a great game. If you can get past all the problems, and if you liked Destiny, you will love this game. It's a third-person Destiny shooter, and I absolutely adore this game. It just sucks that right now you have people on both sides of the aisle arguing about this game when we should try to, help these developers or convince these developers to fix their title, because this has potential of being a fantastic title. I like shooter looters. I think they're great. In fact, I like looting games in general, especially like the action RPG genre and the isometrics. They are really just a lot of fun, very addicting. It's always cool to come up with your own builds and characters, make your character look unique with different armors and unique weapons and awesome looking abilities at the end of the day. I love the way these games play out, and BioWare has done fantastic in this particular genre with the Dragon Age series and of course the Mass Effect series. So I mean look at Andromeda, for instance, right? Like it was terrible at launch. It was along the same premises. It was the most hated game at one point. Everybody and their brother were hating it, and after it got patched, a few of my friends have stated, you know what? They're like, Andrew, don't worry about it. Play it. They're like, if you can get it on a sale, buy it. You're going to love it. And you know what? I do. I actually really like Andromeda now because I'm not getting any of the crazy face animations that you guys were getting at launch. I'm not getting any of the game-breaking glitches that you guys were getting at launch. I'm just sitting back and enjoying it and playing it as casually as possible. I'm not really getting all hardcore into it like some other people have. So is Anthem a complete waste of money? No. Is it perfect? No. Does it have its flaws? Absolutely. But does that mean you shouldn't experience this game? Absolutely not. If you're a shooter-looter kind of person, you're going to love this game and you're going to be able to enjoy yourself. Now, if you do catch this game on a sale, I do suggest you pick it up, especially if it's only like 30 or 40 bucks. It's well worth it to me in that price. Now, is it worth the $60? No, not right now in its current state. But with that being said, I did pre-order this. It was the first pre-order that I've done personally in, say, what is it now, 10 plus years. I rarely pre-order my video games, and I'm usually pretty much against pre-ordering video games, but this particular game really caught my eye, and I was really hoping for the best, and I still am. I'm not giving up hope on Anthem. I think it could still be a fantastic game, and right now, with all of the videos that are being done that are just hating on this game, I think it's about time someone steps up and starts talking a little positive about it. You know, it is a pretty awesome game. I'm liking it, and I really hope you guys like it too. So with that being said, let's move on to the next topic. Let's talk about Camelot Unchained. Now, this is one of those few MMOs that I have been looking forward to for a very, very long time now. If you guys ever remember the games like Dark Age of Camelot, it was a PvP, PvE, RVR type game. You could be in the middle of a quest and another person's realm would come in with an entire raid party to come and destroy you. I like games like that, and this is one of them. Based on the King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table type MMO situation, and I love these type of games. I've been following Camelot Unchained for quite some time now. I have really been sort of scared to pull the trigger on the Kickstarter for this because I've been burned by so many Kickstarters that I don't know if I should ever support them anymore, because a lot of said developers and publishers take advantage of their Kickstarters. They make all this, I mean, like large amounts of money, right? They make tons and tons and tons of money, and then poof, they disappear. They just, you know, they're gone. Nobody knows where they're at. They just poof, done. The funding got pulled for it, or something happened with drama amongst the developers and the publisher. There's always something, right? And it's not always necessarily the developer's fault. Sometimes there's like another party involved that screwed them. But nonetheless, this game looks fantastic. And if you, like I said, if you like MMORPGs that are based on traditional gameplay like I do, like the old school EverQuest, the old school Dark Age of Camelot, you're going to love this. This is pretty much that combat system, but with updated graphics. And that's all we've ever wanted in the MMO community, is something that was, you know, traditional, and it harkens back to the beginning of the MMO era, of the first EQ, of the second EQ, World of Warcraft when it first launched. Man, Ultima Online, for instance. You know, these games that really just helped like create this genre and really push this genre to the forefront. It's because of games like EQ and Ultima that helped make World of Warcraft as popular as it is today. Then you had the first dual class system, which was Guild Wars, which was just a fantastic MMO. Loved that game when it first came out. I was addicted. I was hooked. And you know what? Like, I miss that experience. And today's modern day MMOs just don't carry that same sort of feeling of community like they did back in the day. Back in the day, you used the community to get through your quests. You used community to look for loot. You looked to the community to give you your answers towards, hey, like, who drops this at what? Who drops this at what percentage? Who does this? Who does that in the dungeon? What is your tactic for killing this boss? Because we keep getting wiped somehow. Like, there was no Wikipedia for this. There was none of that. It was always chatting with the community, learning how to play these games on your own. That is what made these MMOs great, and I hope they bring something like that back. Now, let's talk about, and now mind you, this isn't towards Camelot Unchained in any way, but this is going to be towards the Kickstarter community. I've always sort of had bad luck with the Kickstarter community. I've always, I put in either the bare minimum or I'll put in like the second to the highest tier on a title that I think is going to be worth it. And then later down the line, it's either been canceled or something is up with the developer. They cashed in on their bank account and then just took off running, right? The Kickstarter community was set up to be something that the corporations are not, right? These were supposed to be small-time community members like yourself and yours truly. And what has happened is some of these guys will take your money and run, essentially. And major corporate development and publishing houses like EA have these big budgets, millions upon millions of dollars dedicated in revenue to creating what they call AAA experiences, only to have something like an Anthem come up, or a Battlefield 5, or the issues with Star Wars. I mean, we're talking about huge, huge budgets for something as small as a really small return is what I'm trying to get at. And you have the Kickstarter programs that are community-driven, community-made to help these small people to create their dreams. And it's like some of these people get the taste of what this money is like, and then they feel like they deserve more. They feel like they want more. They feel like they haven't made enough. And that is something that is a problem in the Kickstarting community that I think needs to disappear. They go from having a dream, having this, oh, what's up, dude? What's up? Been 100 years since I've been around. What's going on, Chris? How you been, buddy? Thank you for coming by. I'm just now covering the ideals of Kickstarter and the Kickstarter community. We covered a little bit of Camelot Unchained. Can't wait for the game itself. But yes, welcome, sir. I really appreciate seeing an old face like yours around here. Yeah, it's been a while, man. I've been getting my butt kicked at work, so it's like I get off of work and this is the last thing I want to do. But hey, yesterday was National Nap Day, so me and my girl just napped out the entire day, and I feel pretty good, and I wanted to do a show for you guys tonight. So welcome to episode 127, sir. But yeah, as I was saying, these guys get a taste of the money, right? These small communities that are making these games get a really good taste for what $100,000 feels like, or $300,000 feel like. Been busy with wife and family and traveling for work. Man, well, I hope all is well with you, Chris. I really do. I hope everything's going well for you. But yeah, these guys get a taste for the money, and then they start getting this, what I would like to call the self-entitlements. They sit there and they say, well, we should charge for this. We should charge for that. We should charge for this. So it goes from a very small beginning to, we want to create something that the big guys aren't creating and do better than what the big guys are creating on a smaller budget. But when they start getting that bigger budget, it sort of devolves into the multi-million-dollar corporate think tank, and they become the very thing that they set out to be against. And pretty soon they're just like what they are. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Like, these are the things I kind of think about with the Kickstarters, because Kickstarters, man, they are exactly, Chris. Like, I don't trust them either. That's the thing. And Camelot Unchained, like, I really want to, like, so badly get into this one and Pantheon Unchained, because, like, both of these games look phenomenal. Like, I want to play these so badly because they sort of, like I was saying in the beginning, harken back to the very beginning of my MMO experiences. Yeah, same. Yeah, so many have got robbed. I know, dude, same here. I've seen so many. I mean, I've been burned by quite a few Kickstarters myself. And it's just rough to, like, even imagine that, you know, Kickstarters are even still considered trustworthy nowadays, especially when they raise that kind of capital and then they just freaking leave. They just like, oh, boop, we're out. It's pieces. Like, it's ridiculous to think about. But, I mean, Camelot Unchained seems like it's been doing all right. Ashes of Creation is another one that I'm looking forward towards, but, like, they're kind of in an identity crisis right now. Most of my money went into Destiny 2. Hey, man, I heard Destiny 2 was good. I own it twice. I own it twice, so I'll probably end up getting completing the DLC packages and stuff on the PC. And I will be playing both Xbox and PC versions with friends. We'll probably end up shooting a lot of B-roll footage together. I'm looking forward to that. So, Destiny 2 is a great game. I like Destiny 2. I like Destiny in general, actually. There's still a lot of things going on in Destiny 1 that a lot of people are still doing. So I think that was pretty cool. But yeah, so Camelot Unchained. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, it really harkens back to the old school MMO days. I miss the likes of EQ. I miss the likes of, you know, those older games. Ashran's Call, I miss that game. You know, I've experienced those games for a very short period of time, because by the time I had the money to get into PC gaming again and I started getting my systems together, like, those games were kind of on their way out the door, or their servers were being shut down. So I never really had the chance to go full into it. I only got to play, like, towards the tail end of those games' life. And man, like, nowadays there's just so many good games to play. It's like, why would you want to go all the way back to that point, you know? But then I'm thinking, EverQuest Project 99 sounds pretty good, so I'm thinking about doing something maybe like that. I got into the Arc Rage server, so it's supposed to be like the best version of ArcAge, so I'm thinking about doing some videos on that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I want to cover in the Game Talk. And, oh, while I'm talking about this real fast, so the Game Talk, I will... You tell me, I got so many games here. Exactly, dude. I'm looking at revamping the art for the Game Talk podcast. I'm going to end up doing some transitions, headers, new social media tabs, the whole 9 yards. I got a buddy that's going to be working on it for us, and hopefully we'll be getting that rolled out soon. And I'm going to have a more steady schedule as far as the Game Talk podcast. And it's actually going to be talking about video games. Who would have thunk? All right, so let's go on to our next topic of discussion. There we go, baby. Dissidia. So Dissidia, I don't know if you're happy about this or not, Chris, but Final Fantasy Dissidia Inti is coming to free-to-play on the PC. Man, I am actually kind of hyped for this. Oh, like Pete and Kiru. Well, I guess Kiru got a job, and Gangster, like, I don't know if he just lost interest in it or what, but, like, he just kind of said the hell with it, which I don't blame him, because he was, like, the only one holding this up, actually. But I hope all is well with those guys. I don't get to talk to those guys very much. I was in the server with them, like, I want to say a couple weeks back, and we were talking. But that is about the only time I get to talk to them, is when I'm off of work, and it's not for very long either. Usually I'm tired and I want to go to bed shortly after. But yeah, Final Fantasy Dissidia, you guys. I played the first one on the PSP, and I was obsessed with this game. I could not put my PSP down. In this game, I have a feeling it's not going to be any different. Like, I'm going to probably end up falling in love with this game, and I mean, can you imagine what it's going to look like on PC? Because it already looks fantastic on the PlayStation 4, first off. Like, it does. It looks absolutely astonishing on the PlayStation 4. Never was a fan of Final Fantasy. How dare you, Chris? Oh, my gosh. Well, see, like here's the thing, Chris. This isn't the Final Fantasy RPG. This is a fighter. This is literally just a big arena brawler involved with all of the main characters and protagonists of all the previous games put into one. So if you ever want to see a match with Sephiroth and Squall here or Zidane, you can have that. And the game itself, when I played the first one on the PSP, was absolutely addicting. You leveled your character up. You got rare items to make your character do different things for each hit. I mean, it was just, all in all, just a fantastic game. Final Fantasy 15 was my first, and after a few hours, I put it down. Ouch! 15 was your first, man? Ah, you can't do that to yourself. Jesus. No wonder you don't like Final Fantasy. You didn't get to experience it from the very beginning, my man. You would have probably liked the older ones. I would have told you to start off with at least, I would have told you would have been either 5 or 6. Anything within the Crystal Sphere universes, I would say go for it. Final Fantasy 7 I would totally recommend because, well, you know, I'm one of those assholes that really overhyped Final Fantasy 7 and said it was the best because I still believe that to this day. And it's still my favorite. But 15 is good. I mean, you didn't like 15. I could see why. A lot of people didn't like 15, actually. In fact, there's a lot of content missing. I think that's the one, right? Yeah, because 14 is a Realm Reborn. So 15, there was a hype for Final Fantasy. A lot of people were, dude. A lot of people were. So many people were looking forward to Final Fantasy 15. They really wanted to like that game, and some people did. Some people will claim that like that is the best Final Fantasy that they've ever played. And you know, to a degree, I get it. You know, I get it. Final Fantasy 7 was the best Final Fantasy that I ever played. I loved the shit out of that game. That and 8, man. 7 and 8 were like top tier Final Fantasy games for me personally. A lot of people said 8 was too damn confusing. They said the GF system didn't make sense. And, of course, I disagree. Like, it's actually pretty easy. You can actually beat the entire game with a few tricks that are really easy in Final Fantasy VIII with drawing. So you just keep drawing off the same cards, and you will actually get your characters maxed out pretty fast. I mean, it's like the GF system in 8 was fantastic, and so many people hated that game because of it. 7 was good in the sense that you could do a lot of different, like, combinations with materia on your weapons and stuff. The slotted, you could do a bunch of damage and then effects with that damage. So you could hit them with a red materia, and then the effects of the green materia would come in. It'd be either poison or you could shrink them down. Let's see. I've looked at all the old games and I just can't. I got spoiled with games of today. That's understandable, man. That's understandable. Yeah. I mean, it is hard to go backwards. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to go back when you have so many good games to play nowadays. Right? And then when you get bored with what's available today and you try to go backwards, and it's like, why did I do this to myself? What was I thinking? But yeah, so Final Fantasy Dissidia coming to PC, free to play, very soon. In fact, I think it's coming out this month. I hope everybody is going to get their fighting game hats on, and we're going to play this together, because I think this would be a fantastic game to play with everybody. I was going to pre-order this game on the PS4, and I'm glad I didn't, because a lot of the content didn't come with the PS4 version like it was promised. And I think I now know why. I think because they had plans to releasing this game as a free-to-play on PC. And so that's where the content is gonna be going, is after the free-to-play launch. And I think it's going to be on console too. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt if this was a free-to-play launch on not just PC, but on everything that it's going to be available on. So who knows? I'm on console, so no play from me. Yeah, true. But hey, you know what? It could be a fun game regardless. Let's see who all else is in here. It looks like we got a few people in here. That's pretty cool. Welcome. I know this game talk has not been around for a while. I know the channel hasn't really been kept up on, and it's just, you know, we all have, you know, personal things we all got to deal with and whatnot, and you know, everybody's heard the same thing before. So either way, I hope you guys like this episode. Let me know on this. Let me know on the Twitters if you guys like this. Follow the Game Talk Podcast on Twitter. Retweet us. Let us know what you think. Give us ideas for content in the future. I'm going to end up, like I said, going to be doing some panels and stuff for OBS, so that way it'll be a little bit more streamlined, I guess. I'm too stuck on D2 and South Park, the fractured butthole. South Park, yeah. D2 is pretty addicting. I'm thinking about, like I said, I'm thinking about doing all the. Oh, I know you do, Chris. I'm just saying for anybody else that's gonna watch this after the show is over with, you know. Let's see. So I guess I got all of that I wanted to say out on Final Fantasy Dissidia. Fantastic fighter. I played it a lot on PSP. I hope you guys end up liking it. This new one, it looks beautiful. Like it's actually a really beautiful game, and I hope a lot of people jump on this game and give it a try. And we're gonna go into our next situation here, which is actually good news. Bam. Oh nope, I didn't go through. Hold on. There we. What the heck? Oh. Why? Why is this doing this? Why? What the heck? Okay. If you guys can't tell, that is... What the... Like, I never understood this. Like, it does this from time to time. Yeah, see, it doesn't make sense, does it? Like, for some reason, I bring up the tech deal. So, this is the tech deal that I took advantage of a few weeks back. This is the RX Vega 56. Now, the original deal was with the Power Color Dragon on it, and it was actually the one I purchased, but Amazon ended up switching my order to the MSI blower style, which is fine with me. I've got all kinds of cooling going on in my PC, so I am more than okay with this GPU. This is a $259 GPU. It says used, right? But when I got mine, it was brand spanking new. Like nobody used it. It was like someone unboxed it and put it back in the box and shipped it back out. I freaking love this thing. This 56 is ridiculous. Okay, now you speak alien language now. Okay, so Cobra, let me put it this way. This was originally a $699 GPU. All right, this was a graphics card that was really high up in price, right up there alongside the Vega 64. This was last year. This came down in the last couple of months because they're just not pushing these cards out at all. Like nobody's really buying them. And the NVIDIA 1660 Ti came out, and as soon as that hit, AMD said, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and we're going to be the budget high end. So that's what they did. They pushed their prices down to $319.99 on Newegg. And I think Amazon for a short period of time came with 3 free games. Really good deal. But then I saw this, $259. I bought this with 32 gigs of Black Mamba RAM, which is from, I believe... What is that from? I think that's from Kingston. Really good RAM, by the way. And 32 gigs of it. It's the first time I've ever had the chance to run 32 gigs on a system. Oh, the difference is so freaking awesome. Plus, I have the Corsair H100i Pro, and it is a beast of a cooler. I replaced my Intermax TS30 white cluster, and it was a great decision. Oh, dude, definitely. $259 versus the $699 original MSRP. Ooh, boy. Such a smoking deal. You cannot get a good deal like that. And this thing outperforms the 1080 GTX. So, I mean, yeah. And I saw clocks where this thing was actually beating the 2070 out on certain benchmarks. Like, I think it was on productivity, and I think there was like a few titles where it took advantage better of the AMD hardware than it did of the RTX series. That's one of the reasons why I bought this, actually, was I wanted something that not only could keep up with modern day GPUs, but give me the best price to performance. And this is what it was, $259. That is a steal. If you could find a Vega 64 for the same price, I'd say get it too. Even though the Vega 64 is only better by like 2 or 3 frames, it's not that big of a deal, really. But productivity, though, these cards are beasts, man. If you're into video editing, you have different things that you got to do. Like I've been using Blackmagic lately, DaVinci Resolve, and dude, like this thing, smokes it. Like, it is such a good price to performance ratio. It's ridiculous. My PC knowledge is basically edit and processing, then ship out. Yeah, man. I mean, if you could, like I said, if you're ever into video editing, I would suggest do this, man. It's, oh, dude, like this is, I couldn't believe how cheap this was when I saw it. I was like, this has got to be a fake sale, because Amazon last year had problems with fake sales for the NVIDIA cards, and I was hoping for a 1080 Ti at like $400, and I was like, wow, that is a freaking deal, man. I went to buy it, and next thing you know, Amazon decided that they were going to refund me because the seller all of a sudden just shut their store down. So they were trying to get as many sales in, and they were going to shut the store down and take off with our money. But Amazon refunded us, so that was a really good thing. Can't run games on my 200-year-old PC. Come on, man. Dude, look, Chris, if you like Destiny 2 on console, dude, I'm letting you know right now. Dude, it runs so good on PC. Like, it is a beautiful game. Absolutely fantastic. I think you will love it. I mean, I like Battlefield a lot on PC as well. Battlefield 1 looks absolutely fantastic. It's ultra'd out with everything turned up. MXAA, the whole 9 yards, depth of field. Everything ultra'd out. And I get over like 160 frames. I'm like, holy crap. I thought my old school R9 270X was doing good in that game, because I used to get, I'd have everything up to medium to high settings and have all that MXAA and stuff turned off, and I'd get like about 60 to 70 frames, which I thought was decent. I was like, hey, that's pretty good for an R9 270X, a 2 GB card. Hell yeah, that's awesome. But then I get this 8 GB card, and wow, what a world of difference. Like, it is a fucking difference, man. But I think we're good here on this, right? Like, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I don't want to keep this going for an hour to 2 hours like they used to be. They used to be like 3 hours long, remember? I don't know if I bring the Game Talk back, I don't know if that's what we're going to do. I don't think we're going to do that. 2 to 3 hours is a little long for the kind of topics that I want to talk about, especially when it comes to video games. So, let me know what you guys think down below. Camelot Unchained, do you think it's going to be a well-worth MMO? Do you think Anthem can ever be truly fixed? And are you going to try the free-to-play fighter Dissidia when it hits PC this March? Thank you guys for coming by this morning. Thank you for checking it out. Yes, yeah, it used to be 3 hours long, and I don't know if I want to do that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't know. I don't know, because people start to run impatient with it. They're just like, yeah, you know, 3 hours is a little long. But then we also used to have people that would watch us and rewatch us for hours on end. So, I mean, I guess I'll let the community decide. I'll let the community decide. If you guys want longer podcasts, longer videos, let me know, please, down in the comments section. Share this out as much as possible. Let people know. Game Talk is slowly making a comeback, hopefully. I'm going to try to keep up with this every single Monday. Or, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, Monday night, Tuesday morning. Because I really enjoy doing this. I like interacting with you guys. I really like talking with you about video games and just having fun. And I kind of want to keep this 3-topic panel type thing up, where like we could just pick 3 topics every week and have, you know, the different panel members talk about it. You know, see what let's get their takes on it. Yeah, I'm going to try to get Pete back here. I'm definitely going to try. I want Pete to come back. I would like to see him come back. I think he's sort of lost interest in it, you know. Because a while back I told him, well, it's pretty much his channel. Because I did say that. I was like, dude, it's pretty much your channel. You're the one that's really kept up with the Game Talk all this time. But, like, the thing is like, these guys like to talk about politics all the time. And I'm not so much about the politics anymore like I used to be. Because I feel I've done my political, you know, journeys, and I think I'm set. I think everybody knows where I sit. I'm happy with where I sit, and I'm happy with the way things are in our presidency and whatnot. So I don't think politics is something I want to cover anymore. So But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if we get Gangster back in here. I'll see if I can get Kiru in here if she's up for it. See, I wanna try to get Rambo back in here because I know he's been more about video games lately too. So I'm gonna try to get Rambo in here when I can. I'm gonna try to message them early in the week and see if they want to do an episode with me. But like I said, probably like every either Monday night to Tuesday morning is what we're looking at. Late at Monday night or too early Tuesday morning are going to be the time frames. So I'll probably end up doing this again around the same time. Yeah, I love Rambo. Rambo's a great guy. It's sad that we don't get to talk to each other very much anymore. We used to talk all the time. And after everything had happened with Shane and stuff, like we just kind of like, he's been focusing a lot on his family. I've been focusing a lot on my family, my household, and, you know, things that need to be done here. I'm fixing up my house finally because I'm now able to afford it. So I just replaced one of my water heaters. I got to replace the other one. And my job really takes up a lot of my time. So I don't really have time to get on here and do the stuff that I used to do. In fact, I barely game that much. The only time I really get to game is when I get home early enough and I'm not tired, I'll game with GoGet. We'll play Rainbow Six all night together or something. Or I'll just stay and talk with him. You know, he's been the one constant thing that, you know, since Shane, since ever. Like, me and him have talked a lot, actually. Me, GoGet are pretty tight. And then me and Rambo are always going to be good. Like, he's always going to be like family to me because he's one of those few dudes that I would go out to Oklahoma just to have a beer with him. Yep, I agree, bro. I agree very much so. Chris, I just want to say thank you so much for stopping by, sir. You are awesome. I'm going to go ahead and end this here. Thank you to all those who are going to be watching this in the future. Please let the comments flow down below. Let us know, what do you think we should be talking about? And is there any particular topics that you want us to talk about? And most importantly, try to get a hold of Pete. Try to see if we can get our homie back and see if we can, you know, get him to do some stuff with us. But we're going to go ahead and end this with some XP38 music called I'm Hungry for Change.